show.
Ooh, goody, goody, goody. Okay, will we get shenanigans? No, of course we won't. That's too much to ask for. Well, why have we descended into this slow and methodical gameplay? It's not what we're here for. Okay, anyway. No shenanigans at level 1. Standard runes pretty much across the board. Press the attack from Tomrio.
Oh yeah, that's
a little bit interesting.
That's not something you usually see. The most aggressive rune choice is usually Hail of Blades, right? So insta trade. Oh, there we have our level 1 shenanigans, but it just seems like, what are we doing here?
Oh, we're not for fight reward. Shouldn't amount to much more than that, but
And I'm
good early trades.
not very happy with the way Zuhao played this one, because honestly, Nami should definitely assert a little bit more dominance level 1. She is one of the strongest trading spells, but now we go again, and that's a flash from Eddie. That's a flash, cleanse, and heal forced. What is Team Secret's bot lane doing? Just sleeping here in the first trade.
That's just pure panic. That's Eddie forgetting he has cleanse, because cleanse doesn't do anything. Either that or he fat-fingered both summoners when he was trying to hit flash, but okay, that's early control for the melee support and Rakan, and now they're going to push for the level 2, and from that point, yeah, Team Secret just has to kind of concede all control over the lane until at least level 3, level 4, where Eddie starts getting some dashes going and can start actually pressuring down with that Nami.
And Zuhao is playing so scared. Look at his choice of item too. On Nami, you really want the Spell Thieves, but he went for... Oh, never mind. There's mid-gang coming. There's the stun into Q follow-up. That's a quick press the attack. And a quick kill number 1 for the side of MBE, but skewed. If you overstayed, you're welcome.
Yeah, well, we saw the reason for the press the attack. The burst out of that was insane, and it's... just keeps going as Zuhao is just they're just going in trying to get the short trades, and Zuhao can keep Eddie topped up, but he's gonna go very quickly. And yeah, just really scared of the all-in potential to go for this relic shield, and I just don't think that's worth it. Just play better forehead, I suppose, but
oh, they gave it away. Oh, Secret bot lane, what are you doing? They played so defensively the whole laning phase, and then they suddenly move forward. I wonder what that could be. This was even spotted. Wow, Secret is just sleeping on stage, it seems, because that should have been so obvious for Artifact. He saw Tom Rio on the gank path, and then just runs into the stun for Emo, flashes away, didn't think that they had the damage, but easily executed there. So Secret really with some woes in the early game, uncharacteristic play from multiple players. Very weak laning phase from mid and bot lane so far. It's only 1 kill, it's only 600 gold, but not a great first look in week number 2.
All I can really say in favor of Artifact is his jungle was nearby, and I guess just forgot that you can just clear miasma as Vi, and it looks like it's not gonna stop as Hero under attack, and he's gonna get away. But Hero has been the main point of strength for Team Secret in the early games so far, being the only one who's sort of being able to get ahead of his lane opponents in gold, but there's only so much you can really get done on this Gragas, and the Grasp is hinting to me he's not going for a carry role, not going for that Rod of Ages sort of AP Gragas, and Skew's just spotted everywhere he goes.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We've seen multiple different Gragas iterations as there's a little bit of a botting war going on. For now, Team Secret with control over the river with double pink ward investment early on in the game. This could really backfire on them if the pink wards get cleared out. That's wasted money for the most part, but it gives them nice control over the middle part of the map right now. But there it is, cleared out by the Vi, so they kind of have to do something with that investment. Otherwise, it's just 2 pink wards placed aggressively for very little use.
No, it's the Dirk. I don't. I'm a bit of a Dirk hater. I feel it doesn't give you enough of that pressure to justify the fact you're building a Dirk and then just selling it later.
I think on Draven it's better than on Lucian, but speaking of Lucian...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold that.
They're finally counter-trading. This is what they had to do from the start, but they just now realize the Lucian army actually is quite strong in the 2v2s, and they punish MBE for going in again. Lucian army should win these trades, especially level 4, level 5, so this time, what is Tomrio doing? He's just walking into the lane and getting completely out-traded by the other side. Team Secret coming to life.
Oh, right down on
Good
Zuhao.
flash from Zuhao.
Oh. Okay. Lucky Zuhao just is slow, flashing while his auto attack was still in the reset, so couldn't get that one to follow off. Tomrio, I think, was just trying to shut the sort of pressure the wave and get them a reset, but it got a little bit feisty. And yeah, I do think the deck is completely fine for the Draven, because he can realistically just build Eclipse if he really wants. He doesn't necessarily need that mythic,
exactly.
mythic, but I also just think the gold's better spent rushing your Essence Reaver and just going straight ahead and getting that Sheen, doing what should amount to about as much damage, if not more, but yeah, it's fine. It's
I don't
Eddie
disagree.
It's Eddie I'm mostly complaining about, especially because he's had negative pressure in the lane to begin with.
I really hate it right now on Lucian, especially after the changes to ADC items. It just seems to put Lucian on an item path that is so disjointed. He just sits on components, then he still wants to do a attack speed item, but that doesn't really fit in, and then he's 2 items behind the other crit ADCs. On Draven, I feel like it's more forgivable, but yeah, let's see. Both of them actually built the Serrated Dirk, so Lucian following suit. This now puts Draven in a better item position for the later stages, because on one item he has a better power spike with the Essence Reaver. It's also cheaper, so I feel like Eddie is just putting himself in a hole for no real reason here. He could have just rushed towards his mythic.
Yes, again, like if you're smashing the lane and you want to keep that pressure on, I can give it a miss, because in that situation you're probably also proccing your first strike on the regular. Anyway, that's enough to harp on. That's enough harping on. Dragon taken, and it's just the pressure coming out from these two from the mid and bot lane that has given them the opportunity to access. Sumner is having a little walk, and
that flash
place to be, my friend. Yeah,
did not seem necessary to me, but okay. He's playing it very safe, didn't want to give up a kill for no reason, but there was only a Wukong. I'm sure he has level 6, but okay. Well, this now concedes topside priority, so that's an objective picked up at Team Secret. Dragon traded for the Herald, but now Tomrio can punish this Herald take if they make the dive happen. Good ward to spot the dive, but it's still probably 2 plates going over for his artifact on his way to cover.
Yeah, looks like it's just going to be just the single plate, which not too bad in the end for Team Secret. But I'm seeing a Dominus down, a Flash blown in the top side, a Gragas who can absolutely make a dive happen with that barrel. And then, of course, Wukong path the bot to protect his turret, but I see the angle. I see the angle if you just run up there and kill Sumner. I can see it.
Maybe. It's still a pretty tanky champion, and his Dominus is almost off cooldown again, so not entirely sure.
Yeah, also Hero has built the no damage option. It's gone for tank!
We're still on a very slow kind of game path. We've seen a lot of slow early games in the VCS, unfortunately. Hopefully it gets better with later patches. Some of the teams are more aggressive than others, but it seems like most teams are now following the Team Wales and Gum kind of model of playing very safe, very slow early games. What do you expect? Let's talk about Skewed, because he's the new addition to this team now. We've never seen him before, I believe. So, what do you think of him so far? He hasn't really done anything, hasn't really found his mark, as Sunma just dying.
The gangs are all here, and
can they kill
Hero back onto tower.
Hero is so tanky, but Sunma... There we go. Interesting dive. Baited him in with Sunma's HP being super low, but Hero forgot about the Dominus mechanic. Just thought he had the kill, and then Dominus came in, and there was no way he could ever kill him there, especially on his item breakpoint. No AP behind him, only one little item in the Doran's ring, so what are we doing now?
Artifact just, Emo just chasing them away with the Tibbers. But yeah, this is just a missed timing of, I guess, of when Dominus is back up and not putting into, just not respecting Dominus and not respecting that the gang can arrive in the nick of time. And from there, it's nice aggro juggling and almost kind of lucky that it was Zodiac that ended up taking it off of Tomrio, but it's all good. And now we've got culling available, so Lucian gonna start trying to put some pressure down, but not quite able to. Back to skewed as he's sort of poking around, but I don't think he's gonna achieve all that much. Seems weird to go now.
Yikes! What is Zhu Hao doing this game? Get him off Nami immediately! Holy moly!
I just don't know. You used the culling already. You could have.
His jungler was spotted. That was almost a second lag behind his jungler being spotted. What is going on with Zhu Hao? He's usually so consistent and so good in lane especially. And on these enchanters. Enchanters are his wheelhouse. Something is off today about Zhu Hao, and we can only hope he's getting better over the course of the series, because this is some appalling gameplay in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And, Skewed just being spotted at every turn. He is unable to make anything happen, and I guess relying on that team fight to come together around the dragon and actually get a good cycle and going, start being useful on this Wukong, but I don't even know if you want to start taking fights, really. This next dragon's in 14 seconds, you might have the tidal wave, but...
Tibbers just wasted. With the dragon coming up.
Tibbers just got used.
Speaking of Tibbers coming up, Tomrio overstepping. That's a flash from Artifact. Can they execute him? Yeah, that's one kill. That's another easy execution of Team Secret. They get Artifact, their star mid laner, 2 kills, and this is just great setup over, once again, controlling the river with vision. This is something MBE has struggled with in all 4 of their games so far. Their river control, their dragon, and objective control in general is just really subpar compared to the other teams, and now Slows might be dived as well. Oh, it's falling apart. They had such a good early game, and now suddenly Team Secret gets kill after kill after kill, dragon and a few platings, and they're up more than 1k gold.
Talk about the reverse cast there, as Zhu Hao lands a really nice bubble on to finish up to get Slows into a position to die, and yeah, just MBE walking too far forward. Tomrio hasn't read the patch notes in a while. He's sitting on a bloody Chempunk chainsword. It's not good as a rush. It's just not. Not that the Black Hit Lever would have saved him there, but wouldn't have hurt. And yeah, just Zhu Hao and Skewed, who we were just criticizing, set it up, and Zodiac falls into save your friend syndrome, and
yeah, this play in general.
He could have left.
This play is really the epitome of the problems of MBE right now, because they didn't fail because of mechanics, they didn't fail because of individual misplays, they failed because their communication, their map sense, their vision sense is not good enough, right? Because the players just try to reconquer a little bit of vision in their own jungle, but they weren't aware where the enemies were. The mid laner didn't communicate that he just wasted his ultimate for no reason in the mid lane, and the enemy mid lane was free to roam, so it just seems like this team, they have a decent early game, they have a decent laning phase, because they know how to lane, obviously. You lane a lot in solo queue. But when it comes to communicating between laners, jungle, and support, and especially their vision setup around objectives, there are a lot of holes in their gameplay, and I just hope they're going to go backstage, or even back to their gaming house, and look at these situations, because this is crucial to having any success in the VCS. They're always falling apart when it comes to objective setups.
Yeah, and despite that first kill, it's actually just been Artifact having a grand old time in this mid lane. He's up 20 CS, just got those 2 kills, so we're not going to count that very much, but he's been pressuring the tower so much that Emo has felt pressure to use that Tibbers just to keep the wave at bay. Now, they're going to be very late to this Rift Herald, but are they going to find a fight? No. Nope, no fight. It's just going to be a quick win for MBE, but in a track to mid lane, could lose this in response. No,
Okay,
well,
Emo?
yeah. He missed!
He did miss, yeah, but he did scare them off. At least he scared them off the tower. Team Secret now trying to go back to the tower, and they... Yeah, unfortunately... Oh, this is not a miss, and that's a beautiful, beautiful ultimate. Slow's already dead, his support falls as well, and MBE once again in the wrong position. Team Secret just executing on those team plays so much better. And sometimes it's as easy as just group as 5, go mid lane, play a little bit of ARAM, especially if the enemy team ins into you, then this can lead to victory. We've seen it for years in NA, and we've seen it in VN as well. This is just a little too easy. MB needs to just look at these situations once again. I don't think it's a mechanical problem. It's really just communication and setup of the members. I was happy with them getting the objective, but unfortunately, I couldn't even get it out before they entered again.
They got the objective and yeah, just tried a bit too hard and also sort of not enough to defend that mid tower. The communication, as you said, they went for the flash tip. Emo went for flash tippers as the Whirling Death cleared the wave. Now Hero might be in trouble, but there's just towers falling on the other side of the map, and they're not even actually going to get onto Hero, so it's going to be towers traded.
And Hero just showing everyone why you should just build a tier on a tank Gragas as well, because he is perma-oom. It's really sad to see.
He's got that little Sapphire Crystal, he's going to do his best. It's gonna put in so much work. Yeah, Rift Herald just gonna be dropped mid lane for no real reason. They couldn't support the push. They didn't have an objective. They were trying to sheet pressure onto. It's just basic mistakes coming out from a fresh team. Not really utilizing what resources they can gather effectively and not putting anything together, so it's resulted in a small gold lead for Team Secret. About 2,000 at just shy of 20 minutes, and a second dragon on the way.
Yeah, and I have to ask you, Maui, do you agree with their setup to snowball the games? Because oh, never mind. I think Zodiac should be able to get away. I do understand. What the hell did I just watch? There was a flash from Eddie. Nice.
I mean, yeah.
Did it stunning.
Make a silly mistake.
But I want to ask you about this draft, okay? They draft Slows and a snowballing champion, right? And it makes sense to draft snowballing because you know your mid and late game is poor and way worse than all the other teams. So you probably need an early advantage. So you go Draven, the biggest snowballing champion in the game, probably. But don't you agree that they should also just invest a little bit more time to set up the Draven? I feel like Tom Rio was in mid lane and top lane, had successful ganks there, even Zodiac roamed into top lane. But why aren't they trying to play around Slows' Draven? Why are you picking Draven and then not putting any pressure on his lane? That's very confusing to me.
I don't know. Like, the pass through mid, that's fine. That's a gank of opportunity.
Oh, sure.
10 out of 10. Keep doing that. The run into the top side... Yeah, I don't know. This was just... We don't need to see this. The poor man did...
Oh, observers did him dirty there. Yikes.
We didn't need to see that. He just did that. He doesn't need it. He's got a dash on the 3-second cooldown. He's fine. Now just pressuring, coming up around this Baron, and yeah, it's sort of we had one move from Tom Rio in the start, the second move from Zodiac, and then MB kind of just said, all right, our job's done in terms of actual aggression. The laners didn't get out to help them actually pressure objectives at all, so they managed to pick up one. I'm not even sure when, but they managed at some point. I think it was...
Very first dragon went in their favor, yeah.
Yeah, it was the first drake, but yeah, they just haven't... It's been a bit of the laners letting them down, not really moving properly. We saw Sunma move way too early for that first Rift Herald. He didn't have to blow his flash for free at the start, but no, just not coming together.
Okay, Emo with a nice little counter Tibbers, but it's just not enough to really do anything. This Annie also hasn't really hit the mark. Just not dealing enough damage to have a big impact, and then also missing some crucial ultimates. Remember the mid lane engagement there. Annie, of course... yeah, I know you don't want to, but we have to. At this point, MB is just kind of just scrambling for anything they can get. They're not out of this game completely. We've been talking them down quite a bit because the last 10 minutes have been pretty bad, but they're still trying, and that's good to see. We have a TP to preserve the minion wave, and here's the engage. Zuhao.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Zuhao doesn't even die. But now Hero is here. That's the counter-engage. Team Secret Hero, please never play Gragas again. But it doesn't matter because Eddie is here and Eddie is chasing in. He doesn't have his flash and Hero sacrificed himself for no reason. Well played, Hero.
He used all his powers in that play in mid lane because that was a mess of a barrel. Now
Bomba.
just trying Death Brush. Here comes Slows, takes a chunk of damage, but nothing really to take away from it for MBE. They got the mid lane, they got a kill, they're fairly happy with that. But just couldn't quite get onto Suhao. But it didn't really matter. And okay, this is a bit much. You don't have a teleport on Hero.
You know how you can win a game in the VCS if the enemy team gives you a Baron, but you probably need to check the HP box. Tamria's close.
Yeah,
Tamria's watching it now. But everyone else is so far away. It's a 4v5 from the map, and they're still going to lose this objective.
Down.
Oh, it's a horror show.
Get in.
It's a horror show. They get the Baron. This was so criminal from the side of Secret. Oh, I think Artifact on the other side doesn't have any mana left, so the bear is going to wear him down slowly. Never mind, he gets a huge chunk back with the kill. That's some of the mana mechanics in 2023. So suddenly, they were so close.
I thought they would at least get Artifact, but they just don't have the damage to cut through the Roar and the Seraphs, and they're gonna get Artifact now, surely. No, they're not. They missed it.
Oh, it's painful. It's so painful to watch. I feel bad for this team because honestly, we've had really bad teams in the VCS, and yes, they are the worst team right now, but they're not so bad. Like, they're not Flash bad in that one year, in that one split where Flash was absolutely horrible. Every single game, lost every lane and just lost in 20 minutes. But they still have a long way to go to be competitive. Even in a single game, I feel like they're going to win a game sooner or later, maybe even next week. But they definitely need to work on some of their coordination and communication around the map.
Yeah, they went into panic mode there, trying to get something back for the Baron, and just not putting it together. Slows just not in the position to deal damage, and realistically, he's one of the only ones who can actually cut through some of the beefier targets right now, because Emo sure can't. He's built a Shadow Flame, and so can definitely burst out Eddie and Suhao if he gets on top, but with the tankiness of the
with the angle
build,
never mind.
Rio, can he get anything done? No, definitely not. Just angled over the wall, and then this 4-1 will just result in lots of more gold for Team Secret.
You know what champion would have been great over there? Annie.
Where was Annie?
Yeah, not where she wanted to be. But there's another engage. Tamria's already almost dead, but can they find the target? Zuhao pretty low. That's an army down. That's 1 for 1. Both supports traded, but Slows can't impact the fight. He's dead on the other side, and now Emo is just skiddling away, trying to escape this big angry man chasing her. Maybe the bear can help. The bear is slowly wearing them down, but Emo is still alive. Look at Tibbers. Tibbers, go! Kill Hero. Maybe you should redirect Tibbers. Oh, nicely done. And Tibbers might actually get the kill. Emo, go! You can do it!
Go!
No!
Go! And because Skewer gets the kill, it means that Tibbers turns off. It's just wallets in team composition at this point. They tried so hard, but they couldn't actually follow up effectively on Tomrio, and that's 2 inhibitor towers down. Dragon is up, so they can take that whenever they want, but it's just an Elder, and they go so far but can't get anything done, really. And then a nice petrifying gaze, just to make sure that the cleanup is so good. Yeah. And then, Summer did his best. Poor Summer did his best, and Yeah, we saw this little doopsie-doo, but yeah, no,
I feel like if he redirects Tibbers onto Scoot, he might actually have lethal on Scoot, because if you see how much damage Tibbers deals to Scoot after he dies, I feel like he might have been able to kill him there.
Possibly.
I mean, the Enraged is definitely doing its part there, because Tibbers deals quite a bit of damage later on, but still, could have been an angle. The game's just slipping out of control more and more. Now they're 9k gold down. It's probably not really winnable anymore, but they're trying. They're trying. We can really not say a lot about this team other than, well, they shouldn't be here in the first place and they're trying their best. And hopefully, with a few more weeks behind their belts, under the belts, they should be able to at least get to VCS level. Hopefully.
You have a second Cloud Drake, Chemtech Drake coming in, so now Ema kind of really has to rely on the kill you in one rotation, or the CC is not going to matter anywhere near as much as it needs to. And yeah, that's just sort of neuters a lot of the composition and pick potential as
no
heroes.
hero.
Just
No.
pulling Zodiac.
Just no.
No.
Just no.
Zodiac. Goodbye.
Hero is not allowed to ever play
this
this champion again. I protest. I'm not casting another hero Gragas.
Okay. Emo's now left alone. The fight's already sort of been cleaned up, and now they have a wave. They can clean up the inhibitor and finish off the Nexus. It's a win for Team Secret in the first game, and oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy, indeed. The last 15 minutes were a little bit of a roughie, but the early game was close. Maybe you get another interesting early game. I do want to see a different champion for slows. I just don't believe in their ability to snowball with Draven after seeing it multiple games now.